Okay, first of all, give a shout out to my friend Yaakov Gelman. Hi, how are you? Okay, I'm gonna look at the paper in the middle. I'm doing this little video for Heshi over here. All right. First of all, have you ever realized the Buddha people, right? Buddhism, right? Their religion is all about self-discipline. You ever see that guy Buddha? See how fat he is? Man, there's no self-discipline in that man at all. Okay, but I'm gonna have to look at my paper. So I was just in Brooklyn. I went home for Hanukkah, and I went on the Williamsburg bus. I had to go to a wedding in Williamsburg, and I realized Monsey is so much frummer than Williamsburg. I mean, it's like Williamsburg is like off the dark compared to Monsey. Monsey, they have a mechitza. I mean, it's side to side, but it's a mechitza in between. In Williamsburg, you could see all the women just in the back of the bus, but you could see them. That's wrong. I mean, let's say in a modern shul, right? If they had, let's say in a conservative shul, if they had in the back of the room all the women, but in the front they had all the men, but there was no mechitza, that would still be a problem, right? Okay, for sure. Okay, and then I realized about Williamsburg is when those people, when they're walking, when they're walking back through the aisle, I mean, there's more touching over there. I mean, that's breaking the laws in the Giyas 101. I mean, there's more touching over there than like the Landaus mikvah on Erev Yom Kippur. I mean, it just happens to be that over there. I mean, it's like bumper to bumper traffic, like more like the Jackie Robinson. And
oh, the Jackie.
You know, like
Robinson.
sometimes when you like go like. It's like a lot of like oil, like in your fingers, like you do like a checker piece, and like you squeeze it, and all of a sudden you go like flying. That's what it's like with that. You squeeze between like two like big, really big men in the Landaus mikvah, and all of a sudden you just kind of flying into the thing. It's like the cannonball ride in Mountain Creek. You just go and like going slow and boom. But it's like grease that's like pushing you. It's really, really freaky.
It's pretty gross, man.
And then I was going on the bus. So I'm on my way on the bus, and there's this Chinese driver. It's like really weird. He's driving a Williamsburg bus, right? He's Chinese, but he sounded Russian. It was really, I heard him. I mean, when I was growing up, I mean, what were the drivers, right? So I was going to school, and you know, we used to tell the driver we left our Metro card at home. He's like, okay, never do it again. But this guy, I mean, the Chassidish kid comes on the bus. He's like, yo, I'm a student. I don't have a Metro card. He starts screaming, get to the back of the bus, man. What are you doing? He starts screaming at him with this Russian accent. I'm like, no driver was screaming at me to get to the back of the bus. He's screaming at me to get off the bus. And then I realized something very, very interesting. Okay? They have these little babies, baby boys on the front of the bus. They're sitting there with their father. And all of a sudden the baby starts crying and screaming, I want my mommy, I want my mommy. And the father's like, no, you can't go see your mommy. I don't care if you're hungry, I don't care if what. You're a boy, you're sitting in the front of the bus. You're not going to the back of the bus. And he just didn't let him go to the back of the bus.
That's right.
Okay, wait a second. One more thing. Have you ever realized a lot of people think yeshivish people, they don't get exercise? I 100% disagree with that. Okay?
You don't look like you get much exercise.
Dude, this is from Monsey Shabbos. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I was in Landaus. I mean, there's like yeshivish guys get the most exercise. They daven 3 times a day. First of all, Shemana Esrei are longer than any regular person's workout, and they're like swinging back and forth. and Modem is like like touch your toes and everything. I mean, whatever all these like therapists and saying that yeshivas people gotta start doing more exercise. No way. Yeshivas don't need gyms. Just keep on having the long Shemana Esreis and the shuckles. I mean, it's like back and forth. You have the back, the abs, the legs, the arms. You're stretching everything over there.
Sure. When you're sitting down, they're also learning like that. And the thumb dips, they're also working out of the biceps.
And they get up and they start like pacing around and everything.
The pacers, yeah. And you gotta.
But if you see them walk, it's with the legs. It's like there's a whole like motion in it.
There is a motion.
Definitely getting the legs exercise.
They like to shuffle a lot too. You ever notice that? They love the shuffle.
They do love to shuffle.
What else you have to say?
One more thing, okay? You know what I hate? Sometimes I always want to do something, and the only time I get to do it is when I have to. It's like always, you know, going on a city bus home from yeshiva, right? So I always want to sit in the front of the bus, but I never could because all the old Russian women are always sitting there, and I have to go to the back of the bus. On the Williamsburg bus, you have to sit in the front of the bus because the old Russian women or all Chassidish women are sitting in the back of the bus. And a gartel. I always wanted to wear a gartel, right? Then I was in Landau. And
you love Landaus, huh?
Yeah, I 1 o'clock in the morning shop in Meyer. That's the cut.
That's great.
And I go there, and he's like, you know, anybody, Baltfila. So I was wearing a hat. So, you know, I went up there, and he's like, yo, put on a gartel. I'm like, what if I don't want to? He's like, you have to. And he shows me the sign that says, you must wear a gartel.
Wow.
I mean, I always wanted to wear a gartel. But the one time that I don't want to wear it, I have to. All right, that's it. Peace. I'm out.
You should.